Hi, I'm Mary Banda, and this class is called Trust. Trust is an attitude that we can cultivate, and the starting point is with our inner world. We can trust in our breath that it knows how to take care of itself. We can trust in the deep wisdom in the body. We can trust in our senses. We can trust in our intuition. And when we strengthen that trust on the inside, we can then take it to the outer world. And we can build and develop trust in our relationships and in the world around us. For this practice, you will need a blanket and either a yoga block or a couple of big books. So what have I got here? Something like a 600-page book is about right. So I will do my practice with books to keep it simple and accessible. For those who don't have yoga props at home, this can be done without them. And let us begin in a seated position. So whatever works best for you, that your spine can be long and that you have a feeling of ease for your breath. If that's sitting on your heels or cross-legged or in a chair. So find yourself in that comfortable seated position. Rest your palms onto your legs so that your shoulders can relax and your neck can be long. Use your next inhale to grow your spine long. And use your next exhale to really connect with the earth supporting you and really feel into the places that you are being held. And taking the next moment to arrive. And if you have not already and you wish to, you can close the eyes on an exhale. Draw awareness to your breath, feeling it, breathing you. No effort. Rest in your exhale to help you settle. Feel how this exhale brings you closer to the support of the earth. Feel the exhale helping to release the muscles working in the face so it can be soft. Just breathe. And use your next inhale to place a palm over your heart space to physically connect with the sensation of breathing. We can trust in breath. It brings us fresh prana, energy, as we take it in, and it takes away the old. It's a cycle of renewal, our breath. And say to yourself on the inside, I trust in my breath. Feel those words as a great truth. Notice any sensations that come up in your body as you hear those words. Your heart is beating continuously, tirelessly, working together with the lungs to nourish the body. The heart where our own truth lies and where our true self lives. So go deeply into your heart space. And then go a little deeper until you find serenity and stillness. And say to yourself, I trust in my heart. And feel those words as a great truth. And notice what happens in your body as you've listened to those words. And the next time you inhale, place your other palm over your belly. And take a moment to gently hold yourself with gentle tenderness. Your digestive system is all curled up. It's working away, metabolizing energy, breaking down things into digestible parts, even emotions and thoughts, communicating with all your cells. Your intuition lies here. And say to yourself, I trust in my gut. I trust in my intuition. And notice any sensations that come up as you've said those words. A great truth having just been said. And now bring both palms together and place them in front of your heart space. And draw awareness into the heart space, where I invite you to make a promise. So rather than an intention, set yourself a promise. I promise to something that you can achieve for this practice. And promise yourself that you will succeed at that. And hear those words on the inside. And use your next inhale to open your eyes and arrive. And we'll start with our asana practice. So this one is we begin standing. So come on up to standing. Yeah, and have both books handy. So it depends what kind of challenge you'd like for yourself. So I'll start with one small book. All right, so we begin standing. Have your book handy and place both feet on that book in a way that your heels are hanging off the back. Beautiful. And just connecting with the whole body, being supported by the balls of the feet and the big toes, and press into the big toes because that action really helps us orientate in the space that we're in and to feel balanced. Use your next in-breath to draw the fingertips high. Yeah. And notice how that changes the work happening in the feet. And then inhale to look up if you wish a next level. Yeah, and trust that your feet will hold you here. And trust in the big toes. And as you breathe out, you can draw, sort of do a swan dive as you come down. Yeah, and hang out in a forward fold and gently release. And when you inhale, sit back and come to a chair. Wow, I've got a fun practice happening, like a kind of tango dance with that tree. And then exhale here in chair. And inhale, come up to stand with arms at your side. And exhale, and we'll do that 2 more times. So inhale, arms drive up. And exhale, swan dive forward. And inhale yourself to a chair. Yeah. And exhale fully. And inhale, come all the way up with the arms down at your sides. And exhale to arrive here. We'll do that 1 more time. If you wish to take it up a level, you can lift the heels to really activate the work that those big toes have to do. And that work gets sent up through all the big muscles of the legs. All right, so if you're up for the challenge, we're going to exhale here. Inhale, take the fingertips high. And exhale, slowly, carefully folding. Beautiful, with the heels up. Release. Inhale, coming to a chair as I do my tango dance with the tree. And exhale fully here. And then inhale to come to stand. And exhale there. Beautiful. All right. We'll move on to a downward dog. I invite you to keep your books at the front corner of your yoga mat, particularly at the right corner. All right, beautiful. So find yourself in a downward dog and keep it fluid and moving, looking for length through the whole spine, from the base of your neck all the way out your tailbone. And breathe here. And inhale your right leg up, back behind you, and exhale, send it forward towards the hands. Then we're going to come to a fun balancing half moon. All right, so scoot your back foot forward, and on an inhale, and I've turned my book on its side here, you're going to open up to the left, stretch out your limbs. Yeah, adjust the placement of the book to support you. Yeah, so a couple tips for balancing. Big toe pressing into the earth to help with your spatial awareness. Keep your gaze locked on something which is not moving. And the farther apart you can take your limbs, the greater sense of balance you will feel. As you exhale, draw that foot forward without touching the ground if you can, and bring it to a standing leg lift. Beautiful. So arms up overhead and breathing here. This is super hard work. Yeah, and smile a little bit if you wish to do the advanced version of the pose. All right, we're going to keep this work going and exhale to fold forward and trust that your body can hold you. Yeah. Giving this tree a lovely energy hug. All right, and we are in flying warrior here, so really stretching limbs far apart from each other. And breathing, and one full inhale, and exhale to come to stand. Wow, and just take a moment to stand in mountain pose. Use an exhale to take a pocket of rest and arrive in the body, and notice, what are you feeling on the right side of your body and on the left side? Inhale to open the eyes, and we'll do the other side. So I'll turn myself the other way and bring my book up to the front here. All right, so let's start in a downward dog again. So book is in the top, actually it will be the top left corner this time. And we're in a downward dog and really looking for beautiful length in the spine here. And exhale fully, and inhale to lift the left leg, and exhale to take it forward, and then spring yourself forward till you can come forward onto the sole of the left foot, and use your inhale to open up to the right. So hands drawing away from each other with shoulders back, as if you could stand on the wall behind your right foot. Find a point of gaze and feel your big toe, left toe heavy, and really stretch those limbs open, and trust that even if you fall over, that there will be a piece of earth there to catch you. Beautiful. All right, and when you inhale, the next time swing your back foot forward. keeping it off the ground, and we'll do a standing leg lift. And really settling into your exhale here. One last full inhale. And exhale to come forward. So you kind of pendulate forward. And you are in a flying warrior here. Beautiful. Make your body long here. You're either flying away from something, towards something, or above something. Beautiful. Connect with breath. And use your exhale to let that go. And just shake it out a little bit and shake the legs. Yes, and we're going to come down onto the mat now. So have your blanket handy. There we go. And we'll come into a fish pose. Yeah, so come to sitting with legs long, stretched out in front of you. And place the fingertips just behind you and start to lower down till your elbows come down. Yeah. And this is already something because it brings a lovely stretch into the shoulders. So inhale to lift your heart here and really open up that front space. And exhale, feel the support of the earth. All right, and if you wish to take this pose to the next level and your neck is in good health, and you can start to shift back and lower the top of your head onto the mat and then draw your shoulders away from your ears and really feeling a sense of openness through the front of the heart. You can smile here and breathe to fill and lift the heart, and breathe out as your breath carries a loving quality, having been nourished by the heart. Beautiful. And as you exhale, you can come out of the pose. Now, I like to do it without lifting my head, but instead lowering my body. And then roll to a side. Yeah, and we'll come to a forward bend. For this, I like to put a folded blanket under my hips here. Good. And take your left leg straight out, and then I invite you to place the edge of your right foot over the center line of your left upper leg. So it's not... and here's another thing. That book can be handy to catch that floating knee there, so it can feel a sense of groundedness. I'll put it that way. Perfect. All right, so the edge of the right foot is along the midline of that upper leg. Yeah, and this is already something. Wow, because it's really activating some tender points there in the upper leg, and that's okay. Breathe into it. But trust your inner teacher. If something really isn't feeling well, then you adjust your own body till it feels right, so that you have information, but that you're not causing any harm. And if you wish to use your exhale to walk your fingertips forward so that your heart comes closer to that left knee, then go ahead. And the next time you exhale, you can just soften the whole form. And send your breath into your whole pelvis to bring nourishment and openness there. And release. And the next time you inhale, slide up, and we'll switch to the other side. Right leg comes straight, and left edge of the foot comes along that center line. If we were going to divide the upper leg in half, and you can take your book over to the side to support your left knee that's otherwise floating up in the air. Yeah. Inhale, grow tall. All right. And exhale, if you wish to, you can start to come forward. Knee to heart to knee. Beautiful. And settling and arriving here. Use your next exhale to soften this whole form. Allow your breath to breathe you and to be easy. And the next time you inhale, come on up. Yeah. And we'll do a seated twist. So take that left sole of the foot on the ground and then take your right elbow on the outside of that left knee. Yeah, and fingertips into the earth. You can grow the twist starting down at the lower spine and then growing the twist up into the neck by looking towards the left shoulder. And breathing deeply into your belly here. That's getting a good twist and squish. And draw awareness down into your belly, where we have a sense of gut feeling. Your intuition lives. And the next time you exhale, untwist that and place your right sole of the foot down and left leg straight, and then take left elbow up and over on the outside of the knee and twist over to the right here. And just first notice how this side feels so different than the other one. And then begin to use breath to twist, starting at the lower spine and growing up the spine. Use your next exhale to soften this whole form. Particularly soften your face and your jaw. And send awareness down into your belly that's receiving your breath. And as you exhale, you can undo that twist and come to lying on the floor where we can let the practice go. So I like to have a blanket along my whole spine here. So bring yourself down. Yes. Down onto the ground. Yes. And just settling into the support of the earth. And to really let go and arrive here. Inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, you can make an audible sigh. And do that one more time. And if you haven't already, use your exhale to close your eyes. And settling your whole body here. All right, and bring your awareness up to this space between your eyebrows. And see and feel, using your imagination, some light there, growing brighter as you hold your awareness on the space between your eyebrows. And have that light be whatever color you need it to be. And using awareness, take that colored light down to the throat, in the right shoulder, right elbow joint, right wrist, right thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger, wrist, elbow, shoulder, back to the throat. Draw that colored light into your left shoulder, elbow joint, wrist, thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger, wrist, elbow, shoulder, back to the throat. Drop the light down into your heart space, in the center of your belly, and your right hip, and your right knee, and your ankle, and the tips of the toes of the right foot, and your right ankle, right knee, right hip, and the center of your belly. Draw that light, whatever color it is for you, over to left hip joint and knee, left ankle, and the tips of the toes on the left foot, left ankle and knee, left hip, center of the belly, up to the heart space, your throat, and the space between the eyebrows. Use your next inhale to bend the knees and roll your body over to one side and find stillness here, lying on your side body. Try to keep your eyes closed as you do that. And then place both palms into the earth and bring yourself up to a seated position. See if you keep your eyes closed as you do that. And arriving here in a seated position, bring your palms together and place them in front of your heart and drop your awareness down into your heart space to remember the promise you made. And reconnect with that promise and either send a wave of gratitude and congratulations for success on the promise, or even acceptance for getting close to that promise, and that's okay. Beautiful. And using your next inhale, you can open the eyes. Thank you for joining me today. I really honor the time that you have carved out of your day to prioritize nourishing your own heart space. Namaste.